This podcast is a part of the Royal We Network.
Spit on me.
I like it better when we're talking.
Well, let's just start talking about something.
What do you want to talk about? Fuck.
You can't. You've ruined it now.
I did?
Yeah.
You ruined it.
You fucked up the tone right off the bat.
I can't. I refuse. I refuse to work under these circumstances.
Welcome to another episode of the Royal We. I'm Sam.
I'm Nate.
We're welcome to the table. We got this buddy. You heard him on an episode before. He's from Australia. His name is
Luke. Hi, I'm Luke.
He's in Taiwan now. Okay.
I'm in Taiwan.
He's here to talk to us about Mexico.
Apparently, I'm a Mexico expert.
Not a Mexico expert. You'd be a Mexican expert.
A Mexpert.
A Mexpert?
A Mexpert.
That's what I would call my orgasms if I were Mexican.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Emphasis on the spurt.
And Mexican. I'm Mexican now. Well, if I was. I'm Mexican.
Now.
If you were Mexican, it wouldn't be it'd just be a spurt.
True. That's
You wouldn't.
like that thing where they say, you know what they call food they call Mexican food in Mexico food.
Food.
Right. Just be an orgasm.
That's what I'd call my ejaculations if
Yeah.
I was Mexican. An orgasm.
I don't call mine Amerispurts right now.
You should.
I'm going to start.
We've been trying to podcast all week. But just like when we were in Australia, it just never quite happened until the very end.
And that's the thing. When you say we've been trying, we've just been not doing it.
No.
Yeah. We've been going all day.
All day.
We've been exploring, seeing stuff.
We've done a lot of exploring. My dogs have been barking.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know was a saying until this week.
I made terrible footwear choices, gave myself many blisters.
We swapped shoes at one point.
Yeah.
You
know,
I gave you the shoes off my back.
we
And you
walked,
put them on yours.
and I walked a mile in his shoes.
Yeah.
It wasn't a mile. It was...
Up to the panda exhibit.
Yeah, we were at a zoo. I like that I looked at the microphone as if to...
Hello, audience.
It's
Yeah.
a mile to the panda exhibit from our house. That's where they keep them, mile away.
But apparently, how have you found Taiwan to be?
It's good. I like it here. I've smelt a lot of smells that the white man was never built to smell. I don't know. It's been.
What's this smell?
That is what it feels like. Honestly, I'll be walking around with you guys and I'll just go,
Yeah.
ooh, I've
said
never
you'd
smelt that before.
You said you'd never experienced wet heat,
It is a wet heat.
which is also what I call my orgasms.
Baby, I want to give you the wet heat.
Gross.
No, thank you.
Just slide on home, sweetie.
Listen, I'm having a hard time staying in character. Are they Mexperts? Is it wet heat? What are we doing here?
Wet heat's a good Mexican wrestler name.
He wins all the wrestling matches because nobody wants to touch him.
Oh, he's gross.
Ugh.
Those guys are sweaty enough as it is. Imagine one that's known for his sweat.
Those. Okay.
No, wrestlers.
Oh, all right,
shit. No.
okay.
I didn't just get really racist.
Yeah,
though.
just for a second.
Wrestlers are sweaty.
Their backs are wet.
Oh.
Is that what you were going for?
Oh my god. We just dug that right into a hole.
Boom, straight down.
Yep.
I'd say to China, but we'd be digging to Australia
Yeah.
because we're near China.
Do you say in Australia like you dig to China?
Yeah,
Doesn't make sense. You don't like.
but it doesn't make sense if you're in America either.
But there's there's the imagery there between working the other side of the world, whereas Australia's just up or China's up. Well,
You have to dig into the earth and then along it.
I'm pretty sure I worked out that it would be like just the middle of the ocean on the other side of the planet from Australia.
Aren't there like very, very few spots in the world where you can actually make an earth sandwich? Where if you put a piece of bread face down and you went somewhere else and put another piece of bread face down, it's very.
The fuck are you talking about? What?
If you
Most
put
places
okay,
are
so you put a
ocean.
piece of bread on the ground
Yeah.
in one country.
Oh, and you go to the other side of the planet?
other side of the
Geographical
planet.
opposite.
Yeah.
Who's doing that?
To make a earth sandwich.
For who? Who's eating that? Galactus.
I suppose.
No, once it's been complete, if it's proper,
Omicron.
something comes and eats it.
Or
Yeah,
Unicron.
that's how you'd summon the Earth Eater.
Yeah. Voiced by Orson Welles.
So you're here to join us. You're here with us, specifically, Joe, to hang out, smell the smells.
We've been hanging.
Also to talk to us about Mexico.
Well, I didn't find that out until about half an hour ago when you said, "Oh, you're an expert," and I went, "In what?" And you said, "Never mind, I'll tell you in a minute."
I've assigned you as our Mexican expert.
Okay.
What's funny is we're just perpetuating that whole thing that Stephen Hawking was just talking about, how we're in an age of anti-experts. And
We have one on the show, though.
I am an anti-expert because I guarantee you that whatever facts I give you about Mexico,
If you were against antiques,
turns out Stephen Hawking was right.
he was probably right about a lot of things.
Probably.
And we didn't believe him. And look where we are now.
Yep. Universe giveth, the universe taketh away. He's just a robot he's a voice in a body.
I cried in that movie.
are there people who are anti-antique?
Futurist?
Anti-antique?
Minimalist.
Ooh.
And there's someone's sister, and that person has kids. It's anti-antique. So there's in Mexico City Metro has installed a penis seat on one of its trains.
What's that mean?
Penis seat.
You tell us.
What does that
Okay.
mean, Luke?
My immediate imagery is that it's in the back of a cop car in America, and probably in other countries, how they have the holes in the seat so you can sit down with the handcuffs behind your back.
Some of them do.
It's a hole for, like, if you're a larger gent, a gent of some
But you're not wearing pants.
endowment.
I mean, your pants are going to be contained in that.
I've seen
You would
a
think
wood-
so.
I saw a wooden chair once that it was carved out for the scrotum.
That's
But I'm with you. Like, if you're sitting around with no pants. I was like, I've got pants on now, but I'm not sitting on my balls.
no, it's all contained.
And
It's
does
nicely-
the dangle feel more comfortable? I can't imagine was it more comfortable if they hang free?
a dangle.
Yeah.
What, sitting on a train with your
better
balls and
for
dick out
In Mexico City.
in Mexico City?
I mean, if you're going to live,
Live large,
yeah.
live free.
Down
Mexico
the
City.
Mexico City, stamp it. Tourism Board of Mexico, we got you, fams.
Speaking of the tourism board.
Mexico City, we've got dick holes.
Speaking of the tourism board. Mexico Tourist Board invents tequila cloud.
What is that?
Okay, I know about that because I'm an
Sentient?
expert. That's so you can access your tequila from any device without having to.
No matter where you are.
You don't need a shot glass to carry it around. You just.
I've always said I don't think we're that far away. I bet in our lifetimes we'll see, like, phones that dispense things.
Well, I think the idea, though, is if we're
Goddamn gravy app. You've got shit all over your clothes.
if we're getting close to being able to download sentient, like our consciousness,
Like the singularity.
then you'll never need chemical.
Goods.
What I mean is, like, you drink alcohol because it makes you feel a certain way. But if your consciousness is on a computer, you can just type in drunk.
Well, you wouldn't even be typing it. You're an entity at that point.
I want to be drunk.
you can
you just
you
feel
can
it.
load up the drunk program.
But then you could also close the drunk program, and half of the fun of the drunk program is that you gotta wait that out.
I
Yeah.
imagine it would be more like a virus.
Ooh.
We'd catch
But you
computer
want to
viruses.
be drunk.
Yeah, but if it's uncontrollable and you don't know how to turn it off,
Oh, someone just like uploads the drunk one to the prime minister.
yeah, and you're like, I don't think we're going to be thinking like that. If we've merged our consciousness into a singularity, I don't think people are going to be like, man, I risk getting really tequila
But
hammered.
there could be like something so much better than drunk if you're a computer.
Yeah, probably living forever inside of a global consciousness.
That would do it for me.
They made. I mean, you know those binaural beats. We've talked about those on the show
Yeah,
before.
yeah.
It's like basically audio drugs. It's a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah,
apparently.
yeah.
But I did one time, and it felt like I was accomplishing orgasm.
It makes a weird. I've listened to them before, and if you zone out, you accomplished it.
I accomplished.
You got the
orgasm.
achievement unlocked on that one.
It says it came without. Look, man, no hands. That's what it would be called.
Achieve orgasm.
Bloop, bloop.
without-
Comes up the bottom.
And you're like, well, what is that? What is no man?
I stumbled on that on the
Achieve
internet
orgasm.
one time, and it was the strangest thing I've ever seen.
You stumbled upon a man orgasming without touching
Yeah,
yourself?
I didn't know what I was. It tricked me. They showed a woman's picture. I was like, yeah, this looks all right. And I clicked on it, and it was just a dude's dick just launching off. And I was like, what?
But just it started with launching off?
The old bait and switch.
How do you know he didn't? How do you know he didn't like prime it?
Well, no,
ready?
it was. He could have, but the thing was,
then
it was. I kept waiting on a woman, so I watched just,
Hey, aren't we all?
especially when you're staring at a man's hog. But I was like watching it, and it was already erect, but it wasn't fully up there. This is what I'm talking about now. And I was like, was the woman going to come in and like start giving him a blowjob? Or it's like, what's happening here? And I waited, and it just gets really hard. And I was like, what's this guy? Like, there's got to be a woman in the room. Cause like,
You're a far more patient man than I am.
And this was over the course of maybe 10, 15 seconds. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to click off of this. Like, if this woman doesn't come in.
I'm warning you.
This is he's saying aloud.
Yeah, come
To an
on.
empty room.
Come on.
Come on over here.
And then all of a sudden, he just blasts off. And I was like, what the fuck? She wasn't
End
even
of
on.
video.
And I kept waiting to see her because I was like, she must be blazing hot.
She's sitting on the other side
And then
of
the
the room.
video just ended. And I was like, what did
Roll
I just
credits.
watch? Yeah.
How do you get there?
What do you mean?
How do you know you can do that?
But this is the thing, I'm guessing that I don't remember hearing about this. I'm sure it's a thing. Do you think, is this like when you put the
VR helmet on?
VR helmet and no, like,
Then you start coming without touching your hands?
it's that same thing of
I want
like,
hands-free video games. I want hands-free in every aspect of my life.
I want, no, just remove my hands. I do not need them anymore.
I bet even people with no hands are nub rubbing it.
Just
They've got an attachment probably.
Oh, you could have all kinds. You could just have a sex hand.
Yeah. You've got
It'd be like a fleshlight that attached to your hand.
And
I
you
do have a
just-
sex hand.
Well, everybody's got a sex hand.
I use my left hand. I don't use my left hand for anything else.
And that's your favorite sand?
That's my sex hand.
I don't know about that. I think you've probably
I mean, if you
used-
don't have a hand and you replace it,
Oh, well.
you
okay.
replace it
Yeah,
with a,
yeah,
like
that's what I mean. Like,
I'm just trying to share new personal secrets.
you've opened the chest
You've been
on
opening
that.
up.
You
You've been
can't
opening up.
close that anymore. We need deeper and darker personal Sam nuggets.
I think you say you have a sex hand and it's just not your hand, but another human hand.
Do you mean I hold the hand? It's like a monkey's paw?
Yeah, it's like it's in a little box and it's just like a preserved hand.
So what it is it constantly is regenerating wishes, and I have to make the wish so it closes back into a dick-shaped fish.
Well, that'd be a great hand. Dick-shaped fist. That'd be it. That's another good band name.
Dick-shaped fist and wet heat.
Live tonight.
Together at last.
Yeah, at the O Room.
They did a combo EP together.
Hi, from Mexico City.
Yeah.
Mejado calor.
Once again, just one of those bands that you see in a club and that's the only time they ever played.
That's their one show.
I saw this band, man. They were pretty badass, but that was it.
I took the train to this gig. My dick has never been more comfortable. I had so much space.
I forgot about the dick seat.
Dick seats on the train. And
Now remember, we haven't quite got this right. We don't have this science down. Oh, wait a minute. I wanted to talk about something at the very top of the show.
Okay.
We're accepting people giving us audio clips.
Oh, yeah.
This
Right,
week,
yeah.
I want to use this week because we have Luke in the house. We're using this audio clip, which, if you remember back, is from an episode we had Luke on where he made the Google voice sound.
We made the Google voice.
So I feel in honor we should use his
Yeah,
sound.
well, okay,
Thank
we'll use
you.
it.
So if you want to send us a clip, and you should send us clips. You should also send us headlines, okay? You can do that at RoyalWeCast at Twitter or RoyalWeCast@gmail.com. Keep them to be about 3 seconds.
And no N words. First of all,
Of any, no words that start with N.
I would agree with that. Can you name one good word that starts with N?
Nickel.
Nipple.
Shit word.
Nipple.
Nipple's a good one.
Terrible word.
Nipple?
That doesn't, if I was an alien,
Oh, well, if you were an alien, no words would mean a thing.
work with me here.
Okay.
And someone was like, oh, that's a nipple. That doesn't sound right.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's the thing in
Look at
certain
all that
cultures,
imagery, I
man.
suppose.
That doesn't mean anything to them either.
That's 100% true.
People walk around with their nipples out all day long and nobody bats an eye at it.
That's like in China, a train says chicha chicha.
Chicha chicha.
Chicha chicha.
Dogs say different things in different cultures as well.
Right.
Like I think Japan, they say yan yan.
What does
Roarf.
What does a rooster say? What does a rooster say in Australia?
Fuck a doodle doo.
Cock-a-doodle-doo.
Oh, here's what I say in America too.
But
Okay.
that's because we like everything is America.
That's what everything is America.
Yeah, everything's America.
Everything's America. Hey, that's the yeah.
It's a new catchphrase. American Tourism Board, we got you too.
People have been sending us some stuff. They've been pulling. You guys have been pulling your weight finally.
People have been sending us audio clips. Yeah. My buddy Zach has been sending me all kinds of sexy links.
And headlines, yeah.
Yeah. Here's a headline here from friend of the show, Zach. Pornhub.
This is the theme tonight.
We've already set a tone.
Yeah.
Okay, the tone here is going to be sexy.
I want to talk about spiders at one point.
Because John sent us that.
John sent us headline.
Well, let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
I'm too
spiders. We'll move through to spiders.
We'll get there. Pornhub will donate $100 if you upload a video of yourself having sex in a panda costume. No. Well, I didn't copy all the whole. We'll donate $100 to panda preservation.
All to save the
Oh,
pandas.
okay, not to you.
Just give you $100.
I thought that's an odd thing they're wanting.
If that was what they did, if you were getting the money, you would not be able to find a video on Pornhub anymore that wasn't panda sex.
I would be doing it right now.
That would be my income forever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
would just be a panda.
I wouldn't need a job anymore.
What if you get? I mean, if the girl's also wearing a panda costume, is that $200?
Ooh, is that $200?
But you have to upload the same video twice from either account, I imagine.
For your POV, got GoPros strapped to her
Yeah.
tits.
Yeah. I want to strap a GoPro to an actual panda.
And fuck it.
No. Just to see what they're up to.
Yeah.
Those mysterious fucks.
They might. You think they're using this to show the pandas? Like, see, you guys need to do more of this, man. You're
Probably. It's like encouragement.
Yeah,
for
They do make panda porn to show them.
Yeah, you guys are phasing out, man. You got to get on it.
But I read once that it was like pandas, there's no physiological reason why they are so bad at reproducing. They're just lazy as shit. Like
That's such an interesting, like, evolutionary flaw.
well, they just fucked up. They done fucked up. They used to eat meat. They used to kill things.
Yeah, and they just quit doing that.
They were just like, man, bamboo's easier.
See, to me, that's saying that's nature's way of getting rid of pandas, and we're like, no, we're used to them now, so we want to. It's not like we're killing them out. The nature's just being like, this is the way they need to go.
How does that work? They used to eat meat. Like they just decided. Yeah.
And at one point, one of them ate bamboo and was alive still, I guess.
And the other ones are like, shit, we don't have to spend all this energy catching
Yeah.
stuff. We can just eat this.
Just fucking eat this all day, like literally all day.
Tastes like mouth.
They're
the stoned guys of animals.
Shit, just sit here and eat this.
I saw koalas. I picture koalas like that.
Well, they're the same thing. Like they just eat all day,
eat all day and look fucking stoned.
and then at night make the most horrifying noise you've ever heard in your life. It's terrifying.
Oh, you're from Australia, for those of you guys who don't know.
Yeah.
As if you haven't picked that up yet.
Yeah.
They fight at night in the trees. They have
Fight at night.
Fight club.
fight at night. Peaky Blinders. They're up there. They're fighting in the eucalypts, and they make imagine the noise a boar would make.
Okay.
Same noise,
Just in the trees.
but up above you, and you're in a tent.
Jesus. Especially if you were really familiar with boar sounds and not at all familiar with koala sounds, you would think, holy shit, there's pigs and trees
There's
here.
tree
If you were
pigs.
really familiar with boar sounds, you're not going to think that does sound like a boar.
If they sound just like boars.
They sound
But
similar.
he's saying it sounds like that. If you're a boar sound expert, you're going to
I didn't say expert.
It's a little bit more
if you said if you're
percussive.
really familiar.
That's different than experts. That's what Stephen Hawking is talking about, man.
There's no real boar experts.
There isn't one. Show me one.
I bet maybe someone who cooks it up be a different boar expert than someone who
I'm an
knows all
expert
about
at boar's head.
boar's head.
Deli meats.
Ooh, they got a good deli meat.
Is that a brand?
Yeah.
Boar's head, that's the best.
That's the primo. Mwah.
Boar's head.
Delicious.
Send us some of that roast beef.
Cool. Can we get sponsored by Boar's? The Boar's head doesn't want to, but hey, we'll let you decide. We'll let you reject us. I'm not going to reject you for
I'll
us.
take any male meat. Meat that arrived in the mail, not men's meat.
I only eat the meat of male animals. I ain't gay, but I only eat
It
the
could be
meat.
taken right out of context. I only
bet
want
you-
man meat.
Primarily, we must eat feminine. We must eat female meat. I mean, chickens we eat hens. We don't eat
No, you eat the roosters as well.
sometimes, but I imagine most chicken we eat is, and then also cow meat, beef is.
I know that when the chickens are born, you can't, as soon as they can figure out if it's a male or a female chicken, all the male ones go and get just blended and made into nuggets. And then the female ones are either laying eggs or...
Yeah, I saw something where they can do because they could find out earlier, so they never even hatch essentially.
Yeah. Well, apparently it's a really, like, you need to train for years to be able to accurately know the sex of a chicken. Like
Even
a
if you
baby
just-
chicken.
Oh, baby chicken, okay.
Like, yeah, not a, like, once it's got a crest and it's cock-a-doodle-doo.
And it's saying cock-a-doodle-doo.
Yeah. And
then you know. But yeah, like,
would
that's
that
an
person be
art.
considered an egg spurt?
Yeah, I'll give you that. I'll give you that one.
How many more expert puns can we make?
We're gonna find out.
I think that's it.
That's it. No more.
I have
please.
one good one in me, and I just used it.
Here's something in Nate's wheelhouse.
Okay. Spiders?
Nope. What do you think? So what do you think? If I say it's in Nate's wheelhouse, there's a couple things I know that are in Nate's. If I could guess. So I would say Russia. This is not Russia. So it's not Russia and it's not spiders.
People getting hurt?
But that's what
Like dumb. When I say that, I mean stupid people who deserve it getting hurt. People fucking around doing dumb things, and then it blows up in their face. And
I would attest to that because in the week that I've been here, we've watched cumulative about 4 hours of fail videos. I'm not complaining. It's great.
fail.
No, this is a person having sex with an inanimate object.
Okay.
Texan has sex with chain link fence. Now, the reason I this is a headline I found myself. Here's why I gathered this one. Chain link fence.
If it's the one I'm thinking of, that's a big opening, man.
There's a series of holes. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, what are you doing to this fence that could be considered sexual?
Yeah, because anything else is just you with your dick through a chain link fence.
Yeah, what amount of dick rubbing on something do you have? Like when?
Is it completion?
Like, for example, I penetrate the hole in my pants when I pee. Am I having sex with my pants?
You've
No.
had unconsensual sex with your pants.
I think sex would be if you took it out and then repeatedly thrust your penis through the hole until...
Thank you for acting that out for us here.
that was beautiful.
Just so you know,
That's the speed at which he fucks.
Slow and steady.
winning that race, bitches.
Winning the
But if you
human
did
race.
that, then you just...
So is he just going to town on this chain link fence?
Yeah.
I would
Those
say
chain link
that
fence
any-
is about that big around, though. That's a pretty big fucking hog.
If you're just slipping your dick in and out of that, I mean, maybe
That's
it's
not-
a combination of his ability to come without touching things.
I think
But that's the thing, is if it's that big and he's getting friction through it, once again, acting things out.
for an audio medium,
Yeah. Well, no, you can hear it.
I think it becomes sex when he is making the
Sex
noises.
noises. Sex
the
noises.
If he's just putting his dick in a fence, that's putting your dick in a fence.
Yeah.
If he's
If he's
putting his dick in a fence,
Right.
then different story.
I mean, right?
Like, am I right?
If you're putting your dick in the fence.
But yeah, I'm with you. The noises. I think you have to believe you're having sex with something to actually count it as sex.
Yeah.
But otherwise, you're right. Oh, my dick's through that fence. Otherwise, you're like, you're like, I'm gonna sex up this fence. That's where it crosses the line.
Yeah.
I bet you that made such a funny noise of just like him hitting the chain.
I'm just imagining that.
Yeah.
And then just his moans of ecstasy.
his bore sounds.
Bore sounds.
Dressed as a panda. Let's just bring it all in.
Bore sounds.
It was a koala dressed as a panda, filming himself having sex with a chain link fence while eating deli meat.
Here's one I almost didn't include
Nice.
because it's absolutely ridiculous. And then,
It's never stopped you before?
No.
oh, it's ridiculous, but it's just so over the top.
Okay.
Please.
Florida man charged in Platco after allegedly masturbating in car to photos of the driver's deceased daughter.
There's so many layers to that.
First of all, is this one of those things, because there's those fake stories that people out that all start with Florida man, and it's usually super ridiculous things, and it's
Yeah.
kind of like a joke on Florida, like Florida man caught fucking alligator or something crazy.
Sure.
So
I don't know. But apparently, I mean, it was a taxi, and the taxi driver, I guess, looked back there and saw that he had photos of his deceased daughter.
Now, this is potentially creepy because was the photo in the taxi already, or did the man bring the photos into the taxi? He had them on him already.
why would a taxi driver be going around with the dead daughter pictures? Did
I mean,
he
he
kill
might
her?
have a photo. He might have a photo of her up in his taxi.
Why?
The crime scene photos.
Why?
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 Why? Honestly, to be honest with you, I don't even know how those pictures got in that cab.
Ladies and gentlemen, Owen Wilson.
Crazier than a road lizard.
Wow.
We're whispering now, and we're going to have to bring the levels up.
Honestly?
Honestly, I don't even know how those got in there.
Honestly, if I'm going to be masturbating in a taxi cab, I'm going to have to get crazier than the road lizard.
Yeah. He's got pictures of his daughter.
Wow.
God.
You're going to have to boost the shit out of
We've
that.
spent a lot of time doing Owen Wilson.
All we've been doing is watching fail videos and doing Owen Wilson impressions.
They're not good.
Neither.
Neither.
No.
So I don't know why I said no like that.
No.
No.
I was messing around with my tooth. I chipped it eating cracklings, and it's starting to bother me. I may have to go to the dentist. Yeah, I found a brand of cracklings that I brought back with me from the States. They're so fucking hard that it broke a piece of my tooth off, and I consumed my tooth because they were so hard I couldn't distinguish between the bones that my head grew to eat things and the things that I was eating that broke them.
You handed me those, and I put them in my mouth and immediately spat them out and went, that's not good.
That's not food, I think.
That's not food, yeah, was the reaction.
You didn't like the horse bean either.
But it's called a horse bean. I never was gonna.
I don't think a horse would even eat it. Those tasted like dirt, kind of. There's something like all the salt came off of them or something. They didn't taste very nice.
A horse is more discerning with what it eats.
I gave you that duck blood tonight.
That was good duck blood.
Yeah, it was not bad.
See, that's a thing I never would have done in Australia. Nobody would have given me duck blood, first of all.
You know, we didn't eat too adventurously. Like, there's a couple of things we could have gotten you into.
Well, we went to your friend's house last night, and they were like, oh, how long are you here for? A week. Have you drank snake's blood yet? Was the next words out of their mouth.
We've talked about that on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah.
I think an episode called Penis
wine.
Penis wine, that sounds right.
Maybe it could be called horse penis wine. Maybe
All of those sound like they could be options.
That sound like an episode of our show.
Yeah. But that's a thing that you can do here, apparently. I'll save that for next time.
In the Vietnamese section, when you bring Tom back.
Yeah, we'll make him drink the snake's
I
blood.
will lie, it's not good.
I couldn't imagine it would
It
be.
sort of tastes like Kool-Aid.
Not my. I remember it tasting
Poison
bad.
Kool-Aid.
Not mine. You got a good batch. Mine.
What snake blood were you guys drinking?
What kind of snake is it?
Rattler.
They don't have those here, do they?
No, well, this guy had tanks of lots of snakes.
He had a big albino anaconda in the front.
Yeah, also had a python.
A live one?
Huge, yeah, live. I bet you could come up, but I want to eat ham.
Yeah.
Wait, what? Hang on. They've just got live snakes and they're draining their blood.
And turtles and stuff,
Yeah,
yeah.
and they cook them. They make you soup with them in it, and
I don't know if I'd want to meet the snake before I drank him.
you can't meet him because to meet someone you have to shake their hand, and a snake done got no hand. I barely got that out of my fucking head.
He's a snake spurt.
Snake spurt.
Yeah.
I'd do it if someone presented me with snake blood.
Yeah.
I'd drink it.
What kind of snake spurt? Would you know about modern snakes, or would you be talking about the history of snakes?
I thought you were going to say snake spurt as in you know about snakes or a snake's ejaculation.
So I thought it was going to be a snake spurt like you're really into that character from The Simpsons.
Could be that as well.
Snake. Oh,
Those
were bad.
Yeah,
Both
those are very
bad.
bad.
John sent us this headline. John sent us 2 headlines, buddy. Thanks, John, for supporting the show.
Yeah.
Hope you, John. I hope you find peace with having sent us these headlines. I don't know why I said that.
This was his final act.
John, I hope he doesn't die now.
This is his final cookie or whatever.
Spiders could theoretically eat every human on Earth in 1 year.
Right.
Now, first of all,
Why would they?
good luck, spiders.
That's theoretical.
I'm on to you.
You're going to have to catch me. I bet you, how many spiders would they have? You'd have to get you sleeping. Spiders not going to take me out.
Yeah, this is the thing. They'd have to, if every human was also paralyzed.
But the thing is, if like 1,000 spiders attacked you.
Oh, you'd be done. As foretold by the prophetic movie Arachnophobia.
That was a.
Doesn't it have,
Jeff Bridges?
Not Jeff Bridges. Is it Jeff Bridges?
I don't know. I just said
Jeff Bridges is in a movie with spiders.
Is he?
Like young Jeff No, not Jeff Bridges.
This is the guy from Dumb and Dumber.
I'm thinking.
The guy's not Jim Carrey.
Newsroom.
Mr. Newsroom.
That's
Mr.
not Jim.
Newsroom.
What'd I say? Jeff
You said
Bridges?
Jeff Bridges.
Oh, no,
Jeff
but that's who I'm
Bridges.
talking about. Shit, yeah. Not Jeff Bridges. Yeah, the guy from...
You're thinking about the dude.
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of... Harry from Dumb and Dumber.
I don't know his name. I can't remember
Nah.
his name. Mr. Newsroom.
That's what I meant.
Yeah.
But that movie, he's in that.
How does a spider eat stuff? They put paralyzing
They
stuff,
inject stuff in it and liquefies the inside, and they
and
suck
then
it
they
out.
drink it.
Yeah.
So
Oh my god!
you'd
what?
need a lot of spiders to eat a person.
But there
or
are
a
a lot of spiders.
Big spider.
Lots less big ones, but still lots.
Every spider has like 1,000 babies when it has a baby.
So in 1 year, so this is if they rose up.
If everyone on the planet was paralyzed,
I don't even think paralyzed, man. If let's say you increase those numbers to 10,000, there are definitely 10,000 spiders. If 10,000 spiders came at you,
but this is the
That
thing.
would
I'm
fill this-
assuming
oh.
these numbers, this raw data, is with current spiders
with current spider technology,
with current spider technology, with what spiders are able to achieve as of this moment.
Yeah, we don't know. They could have some underbelly civilization.
They might be.
Yeah, the thing is, if they rose up, because spiders are lurking everywhere all the time,
probably
and
got
you
100 of them in our presence.
you just don't see them.
Probably, yeah.
And if suddenly they bound together and actively tried to destroy mankind
Then they could do it in a year.
with a fever, there'd be no rest. You'd have to lie in your room with plastic and live in there.
Do they sleep? Do bugs sleep?
I don't know. We saw that one like in recharge mode in the hallway. Remember, it formed like a big X.
Yeah, those huntsmen
giant
the
bugs,
size of my fucking hand.
They do that. They go into. Bzz,
Yeah,
they make the.
Attack foils and
yeah. Lock S. Yeah, Star Wars.
Yep.
we want satisfied nerds. Quit emailing us. We know about Star Wars.
I told you we knew about Star Wars.
Those S foils
Yeah,
on the X-wing,
Lock air spoils in attack position.
just like the spider.
gotta
Just
lock
that
'em.
he went into X-wing.
It's like Stephen Hawking is always saying.
I'm sick of being a professor.
There are no real spider experts. And what he means is
I am the walrus.
there are no experts
That's not what he's saying.
that are spiders.
He's saying that too many people are calling themselves experts and getting on TV and saying like, "Oh, we have an expert on this thing," and then whatever they say, it ends up being full of shit. And now people have begun to trust all experts.
I could have told you that.
Yeah,
You don't need Stephen Hawkins.
but he said it in a cool way. I mean, your accent's cool.
Is that cool?
How does he say it? There are no experts.
There are no real.
What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me what's funny.
There's a theory, and you guys are probably aware of this. You may have spoken about this before. Is that he's just a vessel for a computer mind now? Because how would you know?
I could get behind that idea.
We couldn't know that the computer isn't what's controlling him.
Wait. Are you an expert?
I am an expert,
I believe it.
so trust me. There's no way to know that the computer isn't controlling
That
him.
he would be the prime candidate for the first brain computer transplant. Go live at the
Exactly.
fucking whiskey cloud or whatever with the tequila cloud.
The tequila cloud.
I'm trying so hard to think of an expert pun with something digital computer. Data expert.
You've told us now.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've noticed my furrowed brow.
Yeah, your lines of worry.
I thought he just blew your mind by thinking that Stephen Hawking could be a computer mind.
What it looked like. You were like, is everything that
We
he's
could
told
all
me?
be boys.
I know, we can all be the data points. Experts say data points to the fact that we're all just living in a simulation.
This is all. We just burst through a whole new level of this podcast because basically all we do is people are just saying shit and then we get on here and talk about it. Everyone's just saying shit.
We're experts.
Yeah, Stephen
Now,
Hawking.
essentially, we might as
That's
well
what
be.
Stephen Hawking was telling everybody.
This is what he was trying to tell us the whole
He
time.
says everyone's an expert.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
I don't know. Like, first of all, he doesn't have any criteria. He doesn't have any gumption behind him when he says stuff about experts. If he was telling me about a black hole, I'd believe him. But what's he got to do with experts on television? That's not his job.
You talking to me? You talking to me?
Go back to
We don't know what
Space
level of
time.
expert he is.
What is his job? Who
Is he even an
He's a
expert?
physicist.
He just sells money.
He's
He
just
sells
done
books? He sells books. He sells books. I was like, how does he make his money?
That's if you can sell money, you've found your niche.
That's what one thing does.
Sells money, yeah.
Yeah. He's
He's
just
a physicist. Space expert.
then why is he telling us about experts?
You talking to me? Who the fuck do you think you're talking to?
He's just done exactly what he's telling us.
Touche.
We all believed him.
Who's this?
Yeah.
We're gonna go deeper. Who's an expert on experts then?
Maybe like a philosopher?
The Lord.
The Lord is my expert.
I shall not doubt.
It's basically what we've all been doing.
Scientists have turned spinach into beating human heart tissue.
Dude, they've been up to the shit with spinach for a while
You
now.
guys you've warned us
They put the
about this.
nanotubes in there, and now it's beating. It's got a heart.
They gave it like a circulatory system and feelings or something.
Imagine if spinach rose up.
You said that the last time we talked about spinach. You talked about if spinach came to life.
Well, think about this, man. Every spider could eat every human on the planet in a year. How about the spinach?
What's the spinach going to do to us, though?
But we get it in us.
Oh.
What?
It's
Okay.
inside. You eat it. You eat spinach. You don't eat spiders.
It's Popeye's wet dream.
Yeah. Second time today, Popeye's come up. I've not
Yeah.
thought of that motherfucker in 10 years.
What was the first time?
I think I just thought of Popeye and I went ugh, by myself.
Just basically wouldn't surprise me.
Walking down the street.
Yeah. That's,
Wow.
Wow. Popeye, I don't even know how your arms get that big. Whoa, that was...
scrap the sound effect of me doing the Google noise. We just need Owen Wilson doing wow.
So then cue record scratch. Cue
Print it. Stamp it, print it.
We've got enough, man. Let's do a different one.
spinach. They have a human heart tissue.
So, there could be people walking around with a spinach heart.
Scientists have turned spinach into beating human heart tissue.
That could open up a whole new realm for like R&B love songs. Go Cole! She got spinach heart! That's not R&B at all.
No. Spinach Heart was my favorite Mel Gibson movie.
Spinach heart.
They may take our lives. They'll never take our nanotubes. That wasn't a very good impression.
I feel we need to get a biologist on the podcast and answer. We have a series of questions about how do you do any of these things.
Or you could just read the article.
And also come by and check us out. Make sure our biology's
When
good.
we're not susceptible to spiders.
Yeah. No, we're susceptible.
We're susceptible.
They come on in mass.
But this is they're never gonna organize.
That's what it said theoretically. They're
never going to organize. And also, we have chemicals. We have you could spider proof something pretty.
This is,
easily.
we could. I believe that we could be rid of every spider in the space of a year.
But you wouldn't want to.
You wouldn't want to because it'd fuck everything else
Oh,
up.
yeah, we'd end up with so many mosquitoes. I don't got a problem with a spider. I don't want them on me, but I'm fine with a spider.
I agree with that. We've got some big old spiders down in Australia. I don't mind them.
Apparently we do here too. I never knew that until we saw that one.
Yeah, and it scared me.
It's the same kind that live there. Them huntsmans are here.
Yeah.
It walked around like a dog wearing socks.
That's how they walk.
Yeah, it took individual steps. Like it wasn't like
premeditated
Yeah,
steps.
spiders just dart. You know, there's like
no.
This thing was like, I'm walking here.
It's like the violin.
Yeah,
it's like the beginning of that Panic at the Disco song.
Yeah.
And I chimed in when the people never heard of.
Close the fucking doors!
I wasn't sure which one you were going for then.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
You know that Panic at the Disco song that the spider plays the violin at the start.
Yeah. He was a fucking flake though, man. He bailed on so many shows.
I took the train all the way to that show with my dick in a hole.
I had to sit in the dick seat.
I sat in a dick seat in Mexico, and the spider wasn't even there.
Spider didn't even show up. It
was just-
couldn't be bothered.
You know, let's go back. The whole theme of this episode is now turned from sexiness into fake experts. Who did the math? How do they figure out that every spider in the world could eat every human in the
There are people apparently that's their job is they figure out how many Olympic swimming pools full of gravy could fit on the dark side of the moon, and then they're trying to figure out if they're you know what, I ain't got anything to do today, but I gotta pull my weight so I get a fucking paycheck. Let's figure out theoretically that like how many spiders they think there are, how many people there are. I'm guessing
fast a person could eat a spider.
because they probably outnumber each person probably thousands to one.
Sure.
Has a person ever been eaten by spiders?
That's a good thing to look into.
Like, you
Not on this show, but
join me for my spin-off show,
The facts.
The Facts.
The royal facts.
yeah, fact checking the wee.
It's like The Talking Dead. It's me and that guy. What's his name? From
Chris
Hardwick. Me and Chris Hardwick. We'd go over the episode.
It turns out it was just a man torso in a subway car seat used to promote sexual harassment.
Oh, what? Okay.
Okay, that's all it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was? That's the
That
real
was
answer?
that. You just told me the answer.
Chris Hardwick.
Oh.
That was a
Oh,
great.
is that the real answer, though? I thought Chris Hardwick was dead till I saw him on that.
Why would he be dead? He's a young man.
No.
Was he sick?
I just assumed when people on TV go away, they've died.
Change the channel.
You killed him.
Yeah.
Okay, so they put a man torso in the subway seat
With his dick out?
with its dick out. I need to know now. You've given me too many tantalizing chunks.
Well, that's the end of what we got. So, which headline do you guys want? You want to double down on that?
Oh, if, yeah,
we might. This is the new thing.
we can play the card.
Yeah, I want to play that card.
You want to play the card on that one?
I've made too many callbacks to it
Okay.
now to not.
Play the card. Dick. So the torso in the chair is not a real thing? You just made that up?
We'll see.
We're about to
That's
find
a
out.
yes. That's a hard yes.
Oh, it's going to be so disappointing if
Yeah,
it's...
they always are, but I like at least
I don't think it's ever not been disappointing.
But that's it. We create a world. And
We inject humor into it, but the world is devoid of humor.
we shatter our own fantasies.
I'd rather stand. Mexico City shocks commuters by installing a molded penis seat on its subway, but city says it's part of a campaign against sexual violence.
Okay, so we're...
Anatomically correct male torso on a subway seat has been surprising riders. That's been a recent theme of me just crushing words here. The penis seat is part of a campaign against sexual harassment awareness. 9 out of 10 Mexico City women are said to have experienced sexual violence. So what it's done here, it's got a flaccid penis. It's accompanied by a sign that says exclusive for men.
what?
So the seat is for men. The men sit down on the seat, and then a penis pops up.
I mean, it's just a torso with a dick on it.
Yeah, I don't.
I get it.
Okay.
I
don't
get
get
it.
it.
I do. It took me a minute until I saw the video because it showed the guy sitting on it, and he's thought, "Oh, that's uncomfortable." So I've just got a dick in my ass. It's basically saying like, now you know how a woman feels if you go harassing her by poking you with her dick on the train, which is a thing.
Why?
Fucking perverts get their dick hard on the train and poke people. You had a name for it. You had a word for it. Goosing.
Goosing.
Because I thought goosing was when you poke somebody in the ribs and go, woo! We always call that goosing. Give him a goose! Woo! And you're like, fuck off.
But instead,
I didn't know it was getting your dick hard and poking people through in the butt on the train.
I didn't know that was a thing or that was the word for that thing.
Yeah, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't know the word.
I'm sure
Got me in trouble in the past.
it doesn't surprise me that that's a thing.
Yeah.
With the world that we live in.
So I get it. It makes sense because it showed the guy like there's no place to sit. There's the only seat left on the train is the one with the penis on it.
And he's like, no.
And he's like, I don't want to sit. And then he like puts his messenger bag on it and sits on it, and he was still like, oh, like I can still feel it. So it's like, see, that's you feeling uncomfortable isn't half as much as a woman feels whenever guys go around poking them with their dicks. I get it.
Nailed it.
But it's in Spanish.
But it's in Spanish.
Yeah, all that I said in Espanol. Mm-hmm. El dico and asso.
Victimas.
Yeah. Octoon, baby.
That's going to do it for us on this episode of the Royal We. I want to thank Luke.
Yeah.
Thank you.
For joining us here
Thank you for having me.
live.
It's nice to do an episode where most of what I say isn't cut off by Skype being garbage.
Yeah.
Yeah, goddamn that.
I'm just gonna have to fly over once every couple of months and do a recording.
Yeah.
That's
You can just do visa runs back to Australia.
They're gonna be like, you have to leave the country now, not for a visa, just because they're sick of me.
Australia?
The government of Australia.
The government. I also want to thank Luke for supplying us with this sound.
Wow.
Thank you, Luke. I want to thank Kishibashi for letting us use his song intro/pathos of the album 151A. I also want to thank John and my buddy Zach for supplying us with two of the I think maybe John supplies with two, and Zach sent us one of the headlines this week. Good on you, boys. If you guys want to send us...
That was Ringo Starr by accident.
It was.
Thank you, my boy. I can't do it.
Peace and love. No more autographs.
I'm a painter now. Thank you.
Yeah, we're good. We're thanking everybody. We're done.
Time at the end to thank. If you want to send us sound clips, if you want to send us headlines, do it at royalwecast@gmail.com or just at royalwecast on Twitter. Don't send us the articles. You could, I guess, because we might click them. But I can Google it.
You can. It worked. We
Whatever
just
you
saw
want to
it.
do, folks.
We saw it in action.
We'll deal with it.
Hey.
We'll deal with it.
Good night, Dad.
Good night, Dad.
Now, go in that bag and find my wallet. It's the one that says bad motherfucker.